Hi everyone, my name's Rhiannon from Blue Dog Board Games, and today I'm going to do a solo playthrough of Honeybuzz. Absolutely gorgeous game. I decided to do this one now just as the clocks have sprung forward, ready for spring, and it is pouring with rain and grey and disgusting outside, and it's like night time in here, so I'm really sorry. I was waiting for this one for, a spring feel, and it's just not here yet. But anyway, I'm sure we'll have a good time playing today, so let's get going. So at the beginning of the game, we draw two of these setup cards. So let's just draw two of these at random. That's three. And that one. And we can choose from these setups what we want. Okay, I think I'm going to go for this one. This one looks interesting. And we have 4 little tiles that we can put in any configuration or orientation according to this setup. So I think I'm going to try and get some good combos off to start with. That does not go like that, that's like this. Look at that. So then we've got a good lot of symbols all around the outside. Okay. Right, so I can choose whereabouts I start on here. I think we might actually start here, or no, let's go up the top and then we can start trying to get some wildflowers, because we need a bit of wildflower honey for a couple of these orders. So we're actually going to select the difficulty that we want to play at as well. So I think I'm not going to make it too difficult on myself. I'm going to select the pupa difficulty. It goes from, you've got 5 different levels to choose from. The egg, you need a minimum of 25 points scored from these cards at the end of the game. It goes all the way up to queen, which you need 45, which is the maximum amount of points that you can score on all of those. So I think I'm going to go for the pupa, which is 35 points. So I want to score like really highly on, or the maximum on 2, and then I can sort of leave one a little bit more. So let's go for pupa, so 35 points I need. So I need a high number of workers. So this is total workers. If I have 10 workers at the end of the game, I get 15 points. So that should be quite nice to get. This is 3 nectar of any one type, and total number of empty cells. So if you have 0 to 3, you actually score -5 points at the end of the game. Whereas if you score 8 or more, you get 15. Okay. So I want to focus on nectar, workers, empty cells. Okay. So we are the first player at the beginning of the game. The drone bees are blocking these spaces, and we start with 1 beeple. So let's get going. I think I'm going to try and start off strong and get some baby bees going. Let's pop you like that. So whenever you create a full hexagon like this in your hive, you activate all of the symbols around the outskirts of that hexagon. So I've got 2 baby bee symbols, so I gain 2 bees and they head into the little nursery. This is a forage action, so I'm going to go ahead and start foraging. You move 1 space, and if you have an appropriate space in order to pop your little nectar tile in, so you see the design of that one, I've got the appropriate colours around the outside of this hexagon space to be able to pop that one in. Then I can fan. So basically you select a space anywhere in your hive. This sort of replicates what the bees are doing in a hive, so they fan their wings and generate some of the honey. So I'm going to select this space to generate some honey, the acacia honey on this little space. And then this, what's this one? This is a wild action. So I can do any of those actions I want again, or anything that I haven't actually got in my hive. So what would be beneficial right now? Maybe getting another bee. Or I could start to try and get some pollen. Let's get a bee. So I'm going to take another baby bee action. There we go. So now it's their go. So they just have a deck of cards. They're going to be drawing a card, and then we're going to be activating both this face and this face. So they're going to be blocking the market. So they're already in the market. So they're not actually doing anything for that card. Here they've selected the wildflower. So I have two choices. I can either drop the value of the wildflower honey, it's at value 5 at the moment, or I can select the nearest wildflower nectar to my little bee and take it out of the game. Now I was hoping to get that nectar, so I think I might drop the value of that wildflower honey. Okay, I don't have any workers left, so when you don't have any workers or you don't want to place anymore, you have to take all of your workers back. So you actually bring back the beeples that are in your nursery as well. So I've now got 4. So that was a pretty good first turn. Remember, I want to try and get up to 10. And then you can go, I don't know what they call it. Is it foraging? But you don't actually forage. You can just basically move your bee one space. I wonder if you have to. I don't think I want to. I'm going to check if you have to. No, it says you may move your bee, so I'm not going to. I'm happy there. So that was my go. They are going to go and block the foraging space, which is annoying because I like foraging. Okay, and they have got an order card. An order card. So that means I can select any of these orders and remove it from the game. Now, which one? They're all pretty much the same. So I'm going to just go for the lowest value. And that gets removed. And we flip the next one face up. Okay, I'm going to try and focus on getting some wildflower nectar. Hopefully that will be my 3 of any one type. It's the easiest to get because you'll see on the tiles, the long edges are darker, or like the red-orange colour. And the nectar for the wildflower actually requires you to make hexagons just solely of that solid border. So it should be easier to get that particular nectar. Okay, I think I'm going to should I grab a baby bee? Or shall I fan? I might fan. So let's go here and fan. So I'm taking a fan and placing it here. This allows me to activate this section. So I'm going to gain a baby bee in my nursery. I'm going to go and forage. So I'm going to move my bee onto this wildflower space and take that and pop that in there. And then I can fan. So I can place my fan here and gain this wildflower honey. Okay, so there we go. They're going to block the market and rosemary. Now the rosemary, I'm going to remove one of those from the game. Because I've got this one, which is total number of empty cells at the end of the game, I'm not too worried about obtaining a vast number of nectar tiles. I think I could probably do with like a reasonably small amount. So we'll see how that plays out anyway. I think we're just going to go pretty hard with the foraging right now whilst that worker drone bee is out of that space. Because sometimes they can get stuck in a space for what seems like forever. And they're very annoying to then move. Okay, I'm popping that one in there. So I get to generate a baby bee. I get to forage, so I'm going to forage on this space and I get another wildflower nectar. And I'm going to fan, so I'm going to fan here. It was probably better for me to, it doesn't matter now. I'm going to fan there, which means I get a wildflower honey. So I need to start selling some of this honey. Unfortunately, I do need a cherry blossom to satisfy any orders, so maybe I'll have a look at one of those next. I come down this direction. Okay, so they are blocking the produce action and doing something with cherry blossom. Alright then, well maybe I'll... no, I do actually think what I want, that's that particular one. I don't want to dilly-dally too much because otherwise I'm just not going to be able to get these orders. They're just going to be satisfying them and I'm going to get a bit left behind. Okay, so I think I want to try and actually go to the market to maybe sell some of this honey. Or do I just want to keep it for now? Until I can satisfy an order. Maybe. Oh, I'm not sure. Let's go and get a bait. A bay. Let's go and get a bait and think about coming down here, grabbing maybe this one, and then I can come down here and grab maybe this one on my way to getting the wildflower. So that means I want to make this shape somehow. So maybe I'll do something like this. Okay, there we go. So they're blocking baby bee action and the acacia. Now I'm going to actually take that away from the game, I think. And I've got one bee left. So I think I've only got one bee, so in this game you make a beeline, what they call a beeline. If you want to go where you've been before, I can't go in this spot or this spot because the drones are there, but if I wanted to go here again, I would need one more bee than the previous number of bees there. So one bee is there, I'd need a grand total of 2 bees to place in that space again. And if I wanted to go there a third time, I'd need 3 bees. So I've only got 2 options. So I think I'm actually just going to get some money. Maybe, yeah, let's get some money. So I'm going to get 2 baby bees. I get 5 coins, which are adorable little acorns. They're all different shapes actually, so you've got, they're all very cute. I don't know if you can see them all properly, but you've got like a paw and little leaves. It's very adorable. I've got 1 wild action left. What do I want to do for the wild action? I think I might forage. So if I forage, I haven't landed on a nectar or a nectar that I can place. So that means you gain a pollen, which could be useful later in the game. So there we go. So they're blocking the produce, which they're already there, and the wildflower. I'm going to drop the price again because I want this nectar. So I am out of bees, so everyone is coming home. I've got a nice lot now. I only need 2 more and then I've already got the maximum amount of workers, which is amazing. I shouldn't have moved. I may move a space if I want to, but I don't think I do. So I'm going to stay where I am. There we go. So they're going to block the new bee space. They're already there. And the acacia again. Let's do it. Let's take it up the game. might go. I want to go and forage. Do I want to forage? Yes, I do. I want to forage. So let's go here. So I can forage, which allows me to go here to pick up this tile to pop over here. I can now fan. So I'm going to choose to fan here. To generate some cherry blossom over there. And then I've got a wild action. I think I'm going to go to the market. So I can either sell, no, I can go here and sell this. I'm going to do that, you know. So I need to sell a wildflower and a cherry blossom. That's going to be worth 7 points at the end of the game. And because I have satisfied an order, I get to activate the symbol at the bottom, which is another fanning action. So I can either fan here or here to generate these honeys back again. I'm going to fan over here, I think, because I've already got a wildflower over there. So they're going to the decorate an accounting space. So now they're dropping the value of the highest honey and the pollen. That's a bit annoying. It's got to happen at some point though. Alright, so I have a space for wildflower, which will give me my 3 nectar of any one type. I still need 2 baby bees. I need to think about lots of empty cells. So I might just try and keep fanning, keep selling. Oh, I didn't flip this up. All of these need a rosemary, so I might try and get a rosemary cell up and running. So then I can forage. Oh yeah, that's good. I like that. So I could pop it here. Yeah, okay, well, there's so many things I want to do all at once now. Let's go and grab a market tile. I'm going to pop this here, which allows me to grab a baby bee and go to the market. I think I want to sell. Do I want to sell? Why not? Let's sell. I'm going to sell this one here. So that's the acacia, and it's worth 6 at the moment, so I gain 6 coins, and I drop the price of that one by 1. There we go. So they're now blocking the foraging space and rosemary, so I'm going to drop the price of the rosemary, I think, because that's where I want to forage next. Not that I'm going to be able to forage unless I can close off a space, but I can't. That's fine. I'm going to go to the fanning space, get a fanning tile, and I think we're just going to start building it up here. Trying to close as many off as possible now. And that's their last card in the thing, so let's just give that a little shuffle. So the end of the game is triggered when 4 of the 5 resources have dropped to the bottom value, or 2 order stacks are depleted. So it can come a lot earlier than you want. Okay, so there you go. So they're blocking the market. I'm grabbing an order card. Here we go. So I think I'm going to grab this one because it's worth less points. So my go. I am going to... So I want to try and close this one off here. If I could get another forage action. Or do I want to sell? I think I can't go to the market because he's blocked both the wild action and the market action. The wild and the market. So I'm going to go and make a beeline of 2 bees to grab another forage and stick this one in here. So we are foraging. So coming down here to take this one. You'll see whenever you forage, you don't actually have to necessarily forage the nectar of the space you've just completed. I've got a second forage action, so I'm going to come over this way and grab this wildflower nectar. And then I've got 2 fanning spaces, so I'm going to fan right in the centre to activate all of these. So I've got 2 wildflowers. Ooh. And an acacia, and I'm going to fan over here as well to get the rosemary honey. Good, there we go. So they're still blocking the market and doing something with the rosemary. I think we're going to keep the value high for now and take, so the nectar's just going to disappear from the game. So the only thing that we need to worry about now is getting a large number of empty cells, because we're almost at the maximum high number of workers. We only need 1 more. We're probably going to get it before the end of the game. And we, at the moment, have 1 empty cell. So that will give us -5 points. So that's a bit of a problem. So we need to earn some money and get some empty cells going. So we just need to close off as many as we possibly can whilst going to the market and selling. So I can't go to the market because he's still blocked it off. I can't earn any coins because he's blocking that space as well. So I think I'm just going to keep my workers as long as possible. I could consider foraging and just gaining some nectar. Not nectar, pollen, sorry. Because I could sell it. If I got loads of that, I could just sell it for a massive amount. But I'm counting on him moving out of one of those spaces next time, hopefully. But we'll see. I may as well activate that one when I can actually fan. So I think I'm going to start building up here in the hope that I can generate some money in a moment. See, here we go. He's moving now. So he's going to the produce space, dropping the value of the highest honey, which is cherry blossom at the moment, and the pollen. So I'm going to go and make a beeline into the market action. So if we go... What am I actually going to sell? Let's see if we can make this work actually. Okay. So I'm foraging. I am going to forage over here to gain a pollen. I'm going to go to the market. So I want to satisfy this one. So I've got a wildflower, a rosemary, and an acacia honey. So that gives me 8 points at the end of the game. I can then go to the market again if I want to. And I will, because I think I will sell both of my pollens. Or shall I do both my wildflowers? Let's do both the pollens for 4 each. So we get 8 coins. And that drops the value of that by 1. Okay, so they're going. They are foraging and doing something with cherry blossom. We're going to take the nearest tile. And now I'm out of workers, so let's bring everyone home. My beeples. Oh, that's so cute. I only need one more. And then I'm at 10. Do I want to move my bee? Let's move over 1 just in case I do want to get some nectar, then I'm closer to a couple more. Okay, so he's blocking the new bee action and doing something with rosemary. I'm going to now remove that from the game. I don't think I need 2 rosemaries. So I want to fan, sell, and gain money. So actually I'm going to go up here. Am I? I don't know. Maybe I want to try this one, but then I'm going to need to fan in 2 separate places to actually generate the rosemary and the acacia. So I could look to do this one instead, and that'll allow me to forage. I'm actually going to go... I don't know, I'm a bit spoilt for choice now. I'm going to go and get a fan and activate this over him. So I get a baby bee, which gives me my last worker. I get 5 coins and I get to fan, and I'm going to fan here. So I get to get an acacia and a wildflower honey. Okay. They're going to come back down. I should have gone there. And they're going to either drop the value. I'm actually going to remove the wildflower from the game because I've got 3. That's my 3 nectar of any one type. I don't need any more. I am now going to... If I go here, move you guys up and close this off. I don't need any new bees. I get 5 coins. I can fan and go to the market. Now, which way around do I want to do this? All of them require this. So I'm going to fan over here. That's my fan. So I'm going to fan here to gain this. And then I'm going to go to the market. Like a teddy bear. This game always reminds me of that song. I think I'm going to actually select this one to grab this, this, and this, which gives me 9 points at the end of the game. It also allows me to go to the market again. So I think I'm going to go ahead and sell this, all 3 of my wildflowers, for 3 each. So I'm going to get 9. And that drops to the very bottom. Okay. I thought that was a pretty good action. So they're blocking the newbie space, and I think they might grab the acacia. Okay. Ooh. So we could try and do some foraging and then sell lots of pollen, see if we can get some more money. But we desperately need to fan, because actually the values are still quite high for all of these. I think maybe as this space is empty, we're going to grab the coins. And if we go, I don't want to do that. Let's go here. I'm sort of encroaching on my board now. Yeah, see, now they're blocking the decree in the counting space. And actually they can't drop the wildflower value or take the tile. So I believe that they drop the value of another type of honey. So let's choose this one, because I'm likely going to be using it for an order. I now want to fan. So I'm going to stick that one here. Excuse me, honey piece. So I can fan twice. I can actually go forage as well. Do I want to go and forage? No, because I'm going to keep these empty. Okay, so I'm actually going to go and forage up there, which gives me a pollen. I'm going to get 5 coins. Let's change some up. And then I'm going to fan twice. So let's fan over here to gain, not that one, the cherry blossom, wildflower and rosemary. And then I'm going to fan here to get the acacia and 2 wildflowers. Look at all of that. Beautiful. Good. And then hopefully I can sell it next time. So they are blocking the, oh, they're already in forage, and going to drop the value of the acacia because now they have not got any nectar to nick. I now want to, I think, let's start making a beeline in the market space. If I go here, this could be pretty good. So I get to forage, so let's forage over there and gain a pollen. I get to go to the market. Now, I think I'm going to go here to grab this one, and a pollen piece for 8 at the end of the game. That flips, and this allows me to fan in any space. So I think I'm going to fan here because I want to try and perhaps gain that card. However, that will trigger the end of the game, so maybe I should have done that one. However, he could trigger the end of the game at any point. Actually, yeah, let's fan over here and see if we can eke out. There's only 1 point difference, so they are reshuffling. Okay, so they are blocking the forage action. They're already there and doing something with wildflower. Oh, so they are dropping quite a lot of values now. Let's do the cherry blossom, I think. My go. I've got 2 beetles left. So anything, the only space that I can go in is the new bee space. Now obviously I don't need any more new bees, but are there any spaces I could see fan if I close this off here? I could fan, then go to the market. Let's do that. Well, I only need 1 bee. Let's do that. I'm really sorry this is encroaching on the board, but I'm aware that when I edit this video, I want me down in the corner, and so I don't want to spread out down here too much. I don't want to block my hive. So I don't get a new bee. I'm going to go to the market and take a chance and sell this, this, and this for 8 points at the end of the game. This flips, and I can forage. So I'm going to forage over here to gain a pollen. And now I hope that they don't take an order, otherwise that triggers the end of the game and I won't have time, I don't think, to generate the honey. So they're going to still block the forage space. And drop rosemary. I have just noticed that I've only got one bee. So actually on my turn now, I'm going to have to take another turn to just take everyone home, which is annoying. I can move again. Oh, okay. They're blocking produce. And dropping cherry blossom. I can remove that from the game, which I'm going to do. So yeah, it actually speeds up quite well at the end of the game. Whew. Right, so what do I need? I don't have 2 cherry blossoms. So I could try and be sneaky. I do want that one though, but oh well. How many empty cells do we now have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're nearly at the maximum number of points, you know. I wonder if I could grab that and start fanning it. I don't think I've got enough time now. I could try. So if I go here, and go here, close this off. This means I can forage, so I'm going to go foraging down here. Now, do I want to risk this? Oh, why not? Let's live a little. Let's spend 2 coins to forage over there and spend another 2 coins to forage over there. And I have got this one, so you can go, I think you can only go down there. Over there. There you go. Blocking newbie and dropping acacia. I don't have enough time. So I may as well try and, I don't know. What's that worth? Let's try and get some coins. Do I have a fan? Let's see if I can eke out one more turn. There we go. They're going to go to Korean accounting and drop acacia. So let's drop this, and so that's 3 of the 5. So I get one more turn because they've triggered the end of the game. So what can I do? I can go here to pop this in here, which means I gain 5 coins. I can fan, so I'm going to select this space to fan in. So I'm going to fan and create some acacia, cherry blossom and wildflower, honey. And then I'm going to go to the market, which means I can select a wildflower, a cherry blossom and an acacia to get 9 points. And then I'm not done. I'm going to fan again. So I'm going to select the same space again to get some wildflower, acacia and cherry blossom. Woo! Ah, lovely. Amazing. And that's the end of the game. We are done. So we have to just check that we have actually won the game. So I selected the pupa difficulty, so I needed a minimum of 35 points at the end of the game from these cards. Total number of workers, I have got 10. And it also includes any that are still in your nursery. So even on the end of your turn, if you generated them and they're still in your nursery, they still count. So I've got 15 points from that. 3 nectar of any one type. So I have got 3 wildflower nectars. These are the nectar tiles here. So the terminology is all a bit complicated in this game. You've got pollen, you've got nectar, you've got honey, you've got cells. Yeah. So I've got that. So that's another 15 points. So I'm on 30. And then total number of empty cells. I have ended the game with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my god, so I've got 15 from that as well. So I could have gone for the hardest difficulty here and still won. Still, that was right at the end of the game there that I managed to get that one. So I've got a total of 45 points. Needed 35, so I have won. And that's not the end of it though. I do believe that you can check what your final scoring is. So yep, wins are scored exactly as in the multiplayer game. So, final scoring, coins. Add up the total value of your coins. Score points equal to that value. So I have got 20, 30, 45, 49. 1 point for each honey and pollen left in your hive. So 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. Contests we've already done. And orders. So I got 105 points for everything there. Not just my orders, that's everything. Plus the 45 for the contest. So I've got a grand total of 150. Which means I am hive royalty. 140 or more is hive royalty. Maximum amount you can get. That's pretty darn good if I say so myself. I haven't played this game for a little while. So I'm quite impressed with myself. So I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. Thank you so much for watching. And stick with me and I will let you know what I think of Honey Buzz. It's just a couple of thoughts on Honey Buzz. If I'm honest, this is a game that is nowadays a little bit light for my tastes. I'm usually a bit more of a heavy gamer. I like to play a game that's going to sort of take a little while to set up, maybe a bit fiddly, but will give me at least a good solid hour of gameplay. I also have a gaming table, so I do set it up and I make game over a couple of days without having to worry about packing it up in between. So that's where my tastes have sort of skewed over the last few years. And I bought this one, I believe at the beginning of the pandemic, solely because of these beautiful honey pieces. They're all squishy. I am an absolute sucker for anything squishy. Any squishy components like that, and I am all over it. So yes, I also own Everdell. I have not got Tidal Blades, but I am very, very aware of the squishy components in Tidal Blades too. And I'm sure I will acquire it at some point. So I bought this game because it was pretty and I saw it had squishy honey pieces. I also did know it was meant to be a good game, but that was solely the reason I bought it. And so I would say that nowadays it's too light for me. I would not choose to technically play this one whenever I'm playing a solo game. I would always select something a bit more complicated. But this definitely fits into a niche of if you are a gamer that's maybe just starting out in the hobby but has played a few games, wants something to go into that next step, or maybe you are sort of introducing games to your family and they are quite good at learning or are quite sharp at learning those new games and you want something to impress them. This would fit in that category very well. I think it's got a very nice shorter playtime ready for families or people that aren't necessarily deep into the hobby, and it's got a good amount of decision space in there as well. From a solo perspective, this game is okay. It's pretty good. I do think that they could have added a few more variability in the solo conquest. I've been playing Mage Knight and Conquest is on my head. It is in my head. So you've got the solo contest cards. They could have included a few more, I think, because I think there's 3 different types of the pink. I haven't got them with me. 3 different types of the purple and maybe 4 or 5 of the yellow. So there is some variability, but it's very along the same lines. So high number of workers and low number of workers, or you may have some orientation based ones. So nectar in a certain like hexagon or clusters of them they're called, or I had the empty cells. So I don't know about the replayability of this game. It's one that I could play maybe 2 or 3 times back to back, but then I'm ready to put it away again, and I've had enough. So it would have been nice if they did include a few more cards just to increase the variability in that game. I also do find that actually it's not too difficult to get a reasonable score in this game. A lot of the times I do feel like I can mostly ignore what's going on the board when I'm playing solo at least, and just, you know, see where the drone workers are, and then just see how many workers I've got and just go wherever they're not. And it doesn't matter too much what I'm doing. I always feel like there is something that I can do, it's going to be productive. So I just don't know if there's enough challenge in this game to really make it a solo masterpiece or anything. I would not call it a solo masterpiece. It's fine. However, if you are looking for a game that's pretty simple in terms of gameplay, from a solo perspective, one that's, you know, the production quality is out of this world, it's probably one of the best produced games that I have in my entire collection. I mean, I got it out again yesterday after not playing it for a little while, and I opened the box and I was actually in awe again of how beautifully produced this game is. The artwork on the board is just absolutely stunning, and if you just look at all the details of it and all the little creatures that they've got, all the colours pop and look like a watercolour painting. The tiles themselves are really thick cardboard. Like, I'm putting quite a bit of pressure on here and it's not budging. It's super thick, super pretty, and it's just amazing quality. I mean, I think we sort of take, you know, quality for granted nowadays. If you pick up a game and it's not at top notch, it's, you know, a lot of people moan about it, but actually I think it is much more of a premium thing that we do need to continue to appreciate. And this is at the very pinnacle of quality. And, you know, like, the components are just absolutely gorgeous and quaint. I mean, you've got your little beeples, your squishy honey and your pollen pieces, and the coins are all unique in terms of their values. So you've got the ones, which are leaves, you've got the acorns, which are fives. As a game of table presence, this is absolutely one of the best that you're going to get. And I think this game shines better in a multiplayer setting. So if you do have a family and you're into gaming, then I can see this being one that you would absolutely pick up. I just don't know if it has the staying power for me from a solo perspective. But saying that, when I am tired and don't necessarily want to play a 4-hour sloggy Euro, this is just a lightweight, beautiful game on a summer's evening that you can crack out and hope the weather stays with you. But so yeah, I would say pretty good, but not amazing. So I hope you enjoyed my playthrough today. If you did, please subscribe to my channel, because that would really, really mean a lot to me and encourage me to do more content like this in the future. Yeah, let me know what you think of this game in the comments. I would be interested to see what other people's perspectives are on this from a solo gameplay perspective, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.